Okay, we're going for Tottenham at home to Newcastle. This is a 5:30 kick-off on Saturday evening in the Premier League. Talk about Tottenham to begin with. It's 0-0 at Anfield on Monday evening. As a Spurs fan, are you reasonably happy with that, considering all the circumstances?
Beforehand, not really, because I personally was looking for a defining result, which we can say, because at the moment we're a bit in purgatory. We're 7 points clear of Chelsea, but obviously we're a fair few points of both Manchester United, Manchester clubs. Sorry. So I kind of wanted that win to really kick us on, but it didn't come. But after the performance, which was lacklustre, I was happy to take the point from Anfield. Yeah.
Okay, and can you say you're comfortably third in the table, really, which is, is a good achievement for this season. Do you think the main reason that you're not kind of in the top two, or sort of why Manchester clubs are ahead of you, is Rooney's got 15 goals, Aguero's got 15, and obviously got a couple of players on 9, but you just haven't got anyone with that, a few more goals might have really propelled you up there.
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one, because like you say, we haven't quite got the real sharpshooter. We've got Gareth Bale, Emmanuel Adebayor, sort of all 9 goals, and we've got Luka Modric chipping in and Jermaine Defoe and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like I say, we haven't got. I mean, Harry Redknapp knew we needed a striker. I mean, over the January transfer window, we were linked with so many strikers.
Luis Saha's the one.
Yeah, we've got Luis Saha in. But yeah, I think you're right. I think we are lacking goals, but we do make up elsewhere in the team.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's not as much.
Not saying it's a massive problem. I just thought that might be why just slightly drifted of Manchester clubs.
Perhaps. I mean, and we have maybe struggled for goals with it. I mean, Adebayor hasn't scored since December, and he's our lone striker, which says probably a lot.
And Scott Parker, I want to mention him quickly, just for his kind of just almost heroic performance against Liverpool. He was just throwing himself everywhere, wasn't he? And
yeah.
Do you think he should be England captain? I'd be more than happy with that.
I think most of the nation would be happy with him as England captain. The thing is, he's got all the passion he needs for the job. He's got all the ability, because that's the thing. He is a very, very good defensive midfielder, but he gets forward. He plays a few nice balls forward, but he's untarnished. Like someone like Gerard Lampard has been around it for years, of being in the failures, whereas he's a relatively new face despite his age.
Exactly, yeah.
But going back to Tottenham for his performance at Liverpool, excuse me, he was in the way of everything. He had so much determination to get there and protect the defence. It was just a genuinely outstanding performance. So I can't wait to see again this weekend. Okay,
and talk about Newcastle. Kind of the perfect game for them against Villa, really, because Cisse scored in his first game, cracking goal for him. Demba Ba scored on his return from the African Cup of Nations. Pardew has said they are targeting 4th now, and rightfully so. They're only a point adrift of Chelsea, and they can go 5 points behind Tottenham if they win this one. So just onwards and upwards for Newcastle.
Although of the teams behind us in the race for the Champions League spot, it is Newcastle.
So you wouldn't have said that a few weeks ago, would you? You just said Arsenal, Liverpool, but it's actually Newcastle are the team to watch.
The usual names, the usual faces: Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. They've all been struggling for form, so why not? Newcastle have been a good run of form. It was a great result against Villa. Like you say, the two Denver strikers, the two Senegalese strikers that come back from the African Cup of Nations have done really well. So, and you know what? Both Spurs and Newcastle have proven themselves to be sort of the surprise packages in terms of their position this season. And when they met early in the season, Newcastle showed they had a bit of grit because they came back to get a 2-2 draw. So this could be a real hunting over there.
It'll be interesting to see if they can do it this time. So we'll go for predictions. Spurs at home to Newcastle. I think it's going to be a home win. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Harry Redknapp's men in this one.
It's going to be such an interesting game because we were so defensively strong against Liverpool. Obviously, they've got the strikers to hurt teams. It's going to be a real tight game. I think we might be able to nick it 3-2 I'm going for.